On with the show.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's another episode of the often imitated, never duplicated Voices of Misery podcast. And of course, I am one half of your dynamic duo, the Nerds. I'm the nerd and you are.
Nerd app.
What's going on with you? How you feeling?
I'm fine.
It's been a long weekend, hasn't it?
It was fine for me. No,
Yeah.
I was fine.
We had a good weekend. We were kind of hanging out, did a little bit of partying. We stayed up a little late one night and just kind of celebrated, man. Things were pretty good for us on what was it, Thursday or Friday night? We were hanging out having a good time?
It was fucking Friday, man, and I felt miserable the rest of the weekend.
Yeah.
So thanks.
Well, we're getting a little bit too old to be partying and doing things like that.
Yes.
Right? Well, you know what you should do. Maybe,
Not listen to you.
Yes, I know. We're having a good night. We're hanging out on Friday, and we're just kind of playing with the cats, just doing our normal thing. And we did the live show, and when we do the live podcast, we tend to let loose a little bit. I start my edibles a little bit earlier. I might have an extra pill or two. You start doing your thing a little bit earlier, and we kind of pregame and prep for the shows because we really do look forward to the live shows on Friday. Wouldn't you say? Can you admit that you look forward to at least one show every week?
Yeah, but I don't pregame. I don't start drinking until the live. You want me to.
I want you to because
And this
I like
weekend
you
proved
like
why I can't.
Yeah.
I still started at 6, but you have me up too damn late. My body can't do that. I'm too fucking old for this shit.
Yeah,
I was miserable on Saturday.
We had a great
Miserable.
night, though.
I haven't been hungover in probably 15 years.
It's been a long time.
Because it wasn't even the last house. It was the house before that.
Well,
It's been a long fucking time.
Put it this way, I quit drinking. I haven't drank in like 5 years now, right?
Yeah.
I was hungover last time before you were hungover, and I've been drinking 5 years.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's been a long time. I can't do that. I cannot do that. I felt like shit. It ruined my whole weekend, and it felt like it took a day and a half to get over.
I don't remember what the hell we were even doing. Like what we were doing all night. We were just hanging out and bullshitting. We were talking about moving.
Just stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Just stop. The nighttime is my time. Everyone needs to just no talking.
Well, I did have a no more talking to you for the rest of the weekend.
Yes.
And you like it this way when we're not arguing and not talking as opposed to the way it was when we weren't talking earlier on last week, right?
Well, yeah, because I was trying to talk to you.
I know.
At night, that's my relaxed time, but everyone wants to conversate. I don't understand it. And then, I'm stuck in the middle of the conversation, and I'm just trying to enjoy the night. And then the more I'm drinking, the more I'm talking. So then I don't shut up. And then I'm drinking more because I'm talking. So, and no one's stopping it. Yeah. And no one's going to bed. And so I'm out there, and it's not stopping. And then I'm miserable.
Yeah.
Miserable. I am too old for this shit. How old am I?
Old. Much older than me.
Am I 46 now? Or 45?
45.
How old is Jenna?
You're much older than me.
Jenna's 15.
Yeah.
So I'm 45.
Oh my god.
Yeah, fuck that. I can't do it.
Well, it's about time for me to upgrade and go a little younger. Actually, you know what? My upgrade would actually be a little bit older because I like them older. But what else have you been doing? So you had a crazy night Friday. You were up late. You were partying a little bit too much.
And that won't happen again. It won't.
Yeah. Did you watch anything on Saturday? I know you were just kind of laying around with the cats just chewing at you.
I watched one thing this weekend because... Yeah, this was not my weekend, but I did watch one thing. I watched Fly Me to the Moon on Apple Plus.
Did you like that movie?
I loved it. I thought it was great. With
really?
Channing Tatum and...
Scarlett Johansson's ass.
Yeah, with her fucking ass everywhere, but, whatever.
Okay, so you did notice it then.
Yeah, it was everywhere.
Because that was my thing about the movie.
They were purposely showing it.
Every
she was purposely, and I get it, the type of character she was, but, she was purposely standing certain ways to show it off even more. And wearing certain things to show it. So, I saw it, but, it didn't bother me.
The camera would show Channing Tatum in the background, but the cameraman would have to have half of her ass in the camera, and then he would be in the other half. It was blatant. Yeah. She got a nice one on her, but
that was good. I enjoyed that movie, but that's the only thing. That's the only new thing that I've had.
Did that change your opinion about the moon landing?
No.
Okay, so you still Do you even care about that kind of stuff, the moon landing, and if
No.
it's real or not? You don't care about it?
No.
Gun to your head, do you think it was real?
No.
Okay, me neither. I don't think it was.
Absolutely not. Give me a fucking break.
You know, this is interesting. We can have an interesting conversation here. We can have because you don't talk about the conspiracy stuff. So I'm going to ask you really quick here, just to put you on the spot. I know we didn't prep for this. We didn't think this was going to happen here, but if I had to ask you, what is a deciding factor that would make you not believe in the moon landing? What is it exactly?
I think it was all rushed. I don't know. It just happened way too quick.
It was definitely rushed. I mean, we were trying to beat the Russians there, and I think that's what the whole thing was.
And we just happened to do it. Like, give me a break. I don't know. And I don't really care. I can give two fucks. Like, whatever.
I don't care either. My whole thing was like, we have cell phones in our pocket. Everything in this room is way more advanced than anything they went to the moon with years ago, quote unquote went to the moon with, but yet we can't do it again. Too risky, but back then we could do it with a fucking tin foil and fucking, you know, a number 2 pencil. We flew the fuck up there, but nowadays we can't do it all this cool stuff. I just don't get it. But whatever.
It was a good movie though. It definitely made me laugh a couple times. I thought it was cute. Yeah.
Okay. I
know you hated it.
You fucking hated it.
I don't know. I enjoyed it. I didn't think I would, and I was just like, I need to watch something this weekend, so I threw that on, and so.
I'm glad that you mentioned that movie, though, because I forgot that I did watch a movie with that guy in it, and I had to look up to see what the fucking name was.
Oh.
What else did you watch?
No, that's it.
That's it? Okay.
I was miserable all weekend, man.
I know.
So it was that, and then Friends on in the background.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't start from the beginning. I started, like, season 6. So I'm almost done already.
I'm loving that you're watching Friends.
I know.
Again. I am loving it.
I just watched the episode where...
Salmon?
No, Ross tries to punch Joey and hits the metal pole, and then Joey punches Ross in the face. I was cracking up. Well, I've seen it a gazillion times, and I still had tears coming out my eyes. It was so fucking funny.
The salmon shirt was the one that you were watching when I went out there last. And I stopped and I'm like, oh, this is the episode with the salmon shirt. And I was right, because I finally understand the Friends inside jokes now, which is amazing.
Yeah. And watching that, it's over in 20 minutes.
I'm so happy you're watching it, because now when I go out there, it's not Kerry Washington's ugly fucking big-ass forehead.
See, I think she's so pretty.
She's pretty in some scenes. When she's not talking, she's pretty, because her mouth takes up her whole fucking face. But, going out there and seeing Courtney Cox back when she was still Courtney Cox on TV every time I walk out there is amazing. So when you're done, I say start from season 1 and just let it go through again. Yeah. Really? You're going to do it?
Maybe. I'm now that I don't even know what, I think I'm in season 8 now, because it fucking blew right past, and I'm disappointed in myself that I didn't start from the beginning. Yeah. I think I was watching the Thanksgiving episodes or something. There was a reason why I started in season 6, and I think it was a holiday episode or something, because you know how Max puts on for each holiday it'll show episode. It'll highlight certain episodes for that holiday, like Family Guy, Christmas, or whatever the fuck. I know that's on a different platform, but I'm just saying. Yeah. And I think that's how I ended up on season 6, and then it's just fuck it, and just went to the next episode. Mm-hmm. So.
Good. I'm glad you watched a couple of things, and I'm glad you're watching Friends again. It makes me want to watch Friends, and always puts me in the mood for Monica, which is...
Thank God.
I fucking love me some Courtney Cox back in the day. Not now, but back in the day, obviously, but... So you mentioned that movie Fly Me to the Moon, and I thought about Channing Tatum for a second. I'm like, oh, I watched the movie with him in it. And I'll be honest with you, man, this has been a crazy couple of days. I've been extremely busy with dumb shit. My anxiety's on level 1,000 right now, so I'm a little bit fucking wild. But I had 2 topics for the show today. That's it. And then as I'm pissing, I got the rest of the thing. So today might be a little bit of a mess. But this is the end of this format. We're going to be ending the way we're doing the show. We're not ending the show, but the way we're doing it. Mm-hmm. We are both sick and tired, like I said on the show I did by myself, that I'm sick of the fucking news. I'm sick of it. Mm-hmm. I'm sick of politics. I'm happy Trump is in office. I have, just like I have faith in God, I have faith in the world getting better. I just think it's going to get better under Trump. I have full confidence that we're going to turn around. Life is going to be happy again. We're going to be going better. So there's nothing to complain about. I don't want to do politics. I want to get back to the way the show was originally when we started it. So we started talking about this like a week ago or so, I forgot. But we're coming up with ideas, so we're going to be coming to an end with the way we're doing it now with the topics. But since today was kind of a rush and things were going crazy and I got a lot of shit going on, we're just going to do a regular old show. And then coming next year, we're going to change up the format. But we're still going to do the show that you guys love so much. Right?
Yeah. I'll be on the asshole show. We'll figure out what we're doing the rest of the time. We'll figure it out. Yeah.
So, Channing Tatum was in a movie called Blink Twice is the one I watched.
Is it scary?
No, it is one of the worst movies I have ever seen.
Okay, never mind that.
It is awful. You may like it. I hated it for a lot of reasons.
Okay.
This movie is basically Jeffrey Epstein, Puff Daddy, rolled into one. There are a bunch of rich guys who all these like fucking low-life women are like, oh, I want to hang out with them. And the guys show interest in them. Hey, why don't you come to my island? Bring these girls to an island where they just get drunk and high and party all the time, right? It's a great time. They're hanging out with these ultra-rich guys, and they're just loving the guys. The guys are loving them back. Great time. This movie was directed by Lenny Kravitz's kid, Zoe Kravitz.
Oh, she's a director?
That's the same thing I thought.
Yeah. She was acting at one point, wasn't she?
Wasn't very good at that either.
Or was she singing? She was doing something. I didn't think it was directing, though.
So he plays the bad guy, Channing Tatum, and he's got Christian Slater's in this. Some other guy who was in this, Simon Rex from Scary Movies, were in there. The chick from Beetlejuice, Gina Davis was in there. Mm-hmm. Really decent cast. You're like, I know that person. I know that person. So I'm thinking this is going to be a good movie. The one girl in the movie, this black chick, and this Hispanic chick were the two like main girls that were brought to this island, and they're having a great time, and it seems like they're forgetting chunks of their day, like what's going on here. These guys were manipulating the way the women were, and I'm trying to word this in a way that doesn't give away the entire movie. But they basically were fucking with the women, and it's very Puff Daddy-esque what happened to these chicks. Of course, the black woman and the Spanish woman were the two that were like kicking everyone's ass. And this movie was made recently, which means they're going to inject a lot of woke shit in there. Should I just fucking say what happened in this movie? Because I'm beating around the bush. I don't think you're going to watch it. I would tell anybody else not to watch this fucking movie. So I'm just going to spoil it. If you want to watch this movie, skip ahead 2 minutes and, continue with the show. But I'm going to spoil the shit out of it. So anyway, these guys were fucking drugging these women. They were raping them. They were doing horrible shit to these girls. They were getting them drunk and they were forgetting exactly what was going on. These guys had this perfume or whatever the hell it was that was like magical that was making them forget chunks of time. So they were raping them and doing stuff, and they would put the perfume under their nose, and they wake up at the table, they're drinking and partying, and they're like, wait, how'd they get here? Everyone's having a good time, and they forgot exactly what happened to them. The black chick and the Spanish chick, they had like some snake poison or snake venom or some shit that was the cure for the stuff that give them back their memories. They remember what the hell was going on. And then it turns into like these evil white rich men. And that was the narrative of the whole fucking movie. And then you got the black chick and the Spanish chick. They just start going fucking Kill Bill on these guys. And they're like horrifically killing these men. They're getting their revenge. And then at the end of the movie, it's like super woke. The black chick uses the forgetting stuff on Channing Tatum's character instead of killing him. And he was the ringleader of this island that they were doing all the shit to the girls. And all of a sudden, she's got all his wealth, and he's her puppy dog, and everyone's bowing down to her and kissing her fucking ass, and she's the leader of all. It's like, get the fuck. It was such a stupid fucking movie. I hated it so much, and it would have been better if it was a serious movie where these guys were doing these horrible things. It shows the darker side of it, and then shows the women getting their revenge in the end. It was just the way it was implemented. I'm like, what the fuck did I just watch? Hated this fucking movie. Don't watch this stupid fucking turd, awful piece of shit.
All right.
Blink twice. I wish I would have fucking thought twice before I hit play on that fucking shitty movie. I tried Landman. Boring fucking show.
Never heard of that either.
Yeah, you did. We talked about this.
No, you mentioned it, but I've never heard of it.
Okay. All right, well, it's the Taylor Sheridan show, and it's fucking boring, man.
Okay.
Maybe it's like Southland, where it's going to take a few episodes, so I'm going to give it a couple. I think I gave it 2, and I'm like, ugh.
Well, that was the same thing with Mayor of Easttown. Is that what that's called?
Kingstown, yeah.
Kingstown.
Yeah, that's Missy's show.
That took me a few episodes to get into, but by the time I got into it, I was like, fuck this. Like, I just...
So when you got into it, you said, fuck this.
It was just like, I think it took me like 5 episodes. I think I made it pretty far, and then I'm like, you know what? It's good, but you know what? Screw this. Yeah. And I just stopped and never went back. I got sidetracked with something else, and then I just didn't care, because it took so long to get into it that I never went back.
Yeah.
But you're saying stay away from this one now?
Stay the fuck away from it so far. I'm going to give it a few shows, few episodes, few shots, whatever.
Yeah.
It's just Southland took like 3 episodes.
Yellowstone, yeah.
To really start liking it.
Yeah, that's true.
This one, I got 2 episodes in. I'm like, I don't really give a shit about Billy Bob Thornton. Ali Larter's in it, and she looks fucking phenomenal. Ali Larter, the actress. You would know if you saw her. I know who he
is. I don't know who her is.
You would know if you saw her. She's from Varsity Blues, a chick that had the bikini of like whipped cream. Remember that one? The scene?
Okay.
Her. She looks better now than she ever did. She looks great. Yeah, the show's just fucking boring. I'm going to give it another shot, though. That one and the other one, Lionheart or Lioness.
I heard that one was good.
That's what I heard,
I've
too.
heard absolutely nothing about the one that you were just watching. So
I tried Lioness about 2 weeks ago, and I haven't gone back to it, so that one's probably dead. But someone else was talking about that, saying it was a good show, so I might go back and rewatch it and try to give that a shot. So maybe it's just me, man. I mean, like, my depression hits beginning of November, and it runs normally to January, February, which is fucking awful. So I got months and months of brain fog and racing shit that's been going on in my head lately. It's a fucking mess, man. It really is. Like, I just don't give a fuck. I could literally leave this house right now and just walk in a straight line and never fucking come back, and I'd be okay. That's how my fucking mind's working. It's fucked up right now. I'm just losing my shit. I told you we were supposed to record an hour ago, and I'm like, my brain's just going fucking crazy. I need to lay down for a minute. So there you go. And my New York Giants have lost another fucking football game. 2-11, the New York Giants are. 2-11, man. They have more losses.
What the hell do you want, man?
The Giants have more fucking losses than they scored points yesterday. Yeah. It's that bad, man. They need to do something. It was so bad that they flew a sign over the stadium to the owner. Some fan paid for a plane to fly one of those like advertisements that we see at the beach all the time. Yeah. Saying, Mr. Mara, please fix this dumpster fire. Someone paid their hard-earned money to send this fucking owner a message, man. It's just, geez. The best way to send him a message, don't show up to the fucking games. Don't support this fucking football team, man. I mean, I love the Giants. You love the Giants if you're a fan of the Giants. We all love the Giants if you're a fan of the New York football Giants, New Jersey Giants. Just stop. You got to stop supporting this shit, man. It's like, I love certain things, but if the company goes a certain way, you got to stop supporting and start buying a product, man. You got to change it, man. The Jets are fucking awful, too. So if you're a Northeast football fan right now, unless you're a Buffalo Bills fan, things are pretty freaking awful for us. And the last thing I want to touch on for my weekend is I had a really interesting guest on the show. When the hell did I do this, yesterday or the day before? I can't remember.
Saturday? It was Saturday, yeah.
We had a nice interview. Going to be doing those again. Like I said, I'm trying to get my shit together, man. I'm trying to stay busy. Whenever I get depressed and I start feeling a certain type of way, the best way for me to get over this is to pass the time, man. Fucking just get to February or whenever this shit lifts. I got to stay busy. So I had an interview on Saturday. And this one was interesting. It was like a real-life Dr. Dolittle. Someone who can talk to animals, deceased animals, living animals, dead people. It was a hell of an interview, man. I had a great time, and this one went about an hour and 15 minutes or so, and you guys are going to be seeing that one drop on Wednesday. So you know I like having these weird conversations, right?
Better you than me.
It's my favorite thing to do. I love nothing more than talking about weird shit. And this one does not disappoint. I had a great time. So yeah, definitely keep an eye out for that one. So you're not going to be here Wednesday. Does that mean you're excited?
Yeah, hopefully I watch something. I don't know. Yeah. I gotta figure something out.
Me too. You're in a TV slump. I'm in a life slump. So
yeah, I've been in a TV slump for a couple years now, though. Yeah. Nothing good has come out in a while. That it's just like no.
Has it been years with an S at the end? I think so.
Yeah, all my shows are ending, and there's two or three more of my shows ending next year. Handmaid's Tale, Stranger Things, and I think something else is fucking... Like, all my shit is just... It ends, and, like, there's nothing good enough to replace them. So I'm just in it that I'm rewatching shit over and over and over again. That is what I'm doing. And I'm trying to throw, like, 1, possibly 2 new things in the mix. But God damn it, it's hard.
Did you finish Sweet Pea?
No. I've been laughing my ass off at Friends. I can't help it.
I don't blame you. I would take Monica over anything. Over almost anything. Almost.
I got distracted with it because I felt like such shit on Saturday. Yeah. I'm like, I can't I can't concentrate on something new. Let me just throw this fun show on and make myself happy. And that's what I did. So that's what I've been doing.
All right, well, let's hop on into the show here. I got a few topics to talk about, and we're going to get out of here early, all right? Sound good to you?
Yep.
We got a lot of shit to do tonight. It's Monday night. We got a lot of shit to do. You're going to separate from me, and we're just going to be in our quarters. Be in our fucking quarters, I know. Person of interest in United Healthcare CEO's killing has been identified.
Yeah, I saw that today.
A prep school valedictorian.
I'm so glad. I'm sick of seeing these stupid stories.
Yeah.
There's like each website has like 4 or 5 stories on this stupid story on this one thing. Like multiple stories on it. Like, who cares?
Dude, this story has been... Well, I mean, this has been front page, even though that Daniel Penny guy got off today. They
I know,
let him
I'm
go.
glad.
So am I.
I'm glad he got off.
Why did he even go to trial? Can we just be honest and say why he went to trial? Because the person he choked out was black. It doesn't fucking matter. The guy was a fucking menace on the train stations. If that would have been a white person or a Hispanic person he choked out, no one would have given a fuck. That Daniel Penny guy would have been home that night. He never would have gotten sent to court, and they never would have cared. It would have been like, this guy's a hero, right? Of course, they were just stirring the fucking race pot, and that's why this whole thing happened in the first place. And I'm glad New York got it right for once.
Yeah.
Just when you start to lose faith in New York and the justice system, they finally got one right. So there you go. I mean, the guy that he choked out was a menace. He attacked people multiple times.
Yeah.
And I remember the news article, he was just a Michael Jackson performer trying to bring joy to people's lives. No, he wasn't. He was a fucking menace. They can be menaces too. Mm-hmm. Fucking scumbags. I fucking hate the media. I really do. And it's nice to see them just get the shit thrown right in their fucking face. So anyway, the person of interest in United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson's killing has been identified as a 26-year-old computer whiz who graduated as valedictorian from his Maryland prep school. Luigi Mangone is his name. Luigi was carrying a weapon similar to one used in the fatal shooting of Thompson when he was arrested in Altoona, Pennsylvania on Monday. So the thing about this guy was he was really smart and he was able to get away pretty quickly, but he wasn't smart enough to get rid of that weapon. You would think that would have been the first thing he disposed of, and I wonder why people just don't destroy these weapons that they have, that they kill people with. You know, there's many ways you can get rid of something that no one will ever find it, right?
That's the thing. The people doing the crime, they're not thinking, because they're not thinking when they're doing it.
Yeah.
And then when they're on the run or just living their life, they're not thinking, I should get rid of the evidence, because they're stupid.
And
they're fucking dumb.
He had this thing well planned out. He got to a multi-billionaire. I mean, that guy, the CEO guy, he had to have been a billionaire, right? Or multi-millions. I don't know how much money the guy, but he had a lot of money. He was in charge of billions of dollars, a healthcare guy. He was able to get close enough to this guy to assassinate him, take off for days, but yet he still had the murder weapon, you know? Like, if I had a murder weapon, I think I would take it to the ocean. I would take it to the ocean, fucking toss it. Who the fuck is going to find that shit, right? The bottom of the ocean, a heavy-ass gun?
With your luck, it would wash up.
Probably. Probably.
The fingerprints would still be there.
The fucking fingerprints would be on there, and somehow you press the trigger and a picture of me shoots out instead of a bullet in my address on the back of the thing. But anyway, at this time he's believed to be a person of interest in the brazen targeted murder of Brian Thompson, CEO of United Healthcare, last Wednesday in Midtown Manhattan. It would have been funny if the CEO from United Healthcare got taken to the hospital and his United Healthcare card got declined because they didn't cover his injuries. Like, they don't cover anybody else's. That's why he got shot in the first fucking place. But anyway, he had identification with his name on it, as well as a fake ID when he was taken in for questioning. He also had a manifesto on him. Law enforcement tell the New York Times the cachet of documents criticized healthcare companies for putting profits above care. We don't think there's any specific threats other people mentioned in that document, but it does seem that he has some ill will towards corporate America. I mean...
Well...
This guy's a fucking hero in a lot of people's eyes right now. Seriously, they are praising him online.
And no one gave a fuck about this guy dying.
No one.
No one.
Not one person, dude.
The only thing people talked about was healthcare, and that was it. Didn't mention his name, didn't feel bad for the guy or the family. All they cared about was their healthcare.
I mean...
That's saying something.
That's saying something, and you gotta wonder, there's a lot of companies out there that are fucking people over. What's next? I mean, I was just reading an article about Verizon today. How they just raise people's bills up again. And it's like, how many increases are people getting? Are they getting fed up about that? People are just fed up about everything right now.
But really, what are you going to do? You need a cell phone.
But people are fed up.
I know,
you need healthcare too.
for cell phones, like, who's going to go back to a home phone?
Yeah.
I think my dad still has a home phone. Why? I don't know.
Well,
when we moved here, we're like, no more home phone. Like, we just don't need that. Because you got a cell phone. You whatever. I don't know.
Well, I mean, think of it this way. Healthcare didn't just end because they took out the CEO. You know what I mean? If someone's sick about some company...
It's not going to change anything.
It did change a little something. Blue Cross Blue Shield rescinded their bullshit that they weren't going to... Like, they made a statement they were going to cover certain procedures, and all of a sudden that happened. And they're like, okay, we're going to cover those procedures now. That's what... I mean, it sucks that it has to get to that point. But at some fucking point, I'm not advocating for any of this shit, but if you push enough, no matter how docile the person may be, if you push them enough, they will take action. It's in every one of us, no matter how fucking weak, feeble someone may be. If you push them enough, it may take a day, it may take an hour, it may take a year, it may take a month, it may take a second. Who knows? They will snap eventually. And right now, you're seeing people snap. And I wonder who's going to be the next fucking entity or whatever that this happens to. I don't know. Maybe it could happen to this person here. This woman who was cut in the face during an armed robbery at Norfolk 7-Eleven. Do you see this one?
No.
So a woman was hurt after being cut in the cheek after a reported robbery at a 7-Eleven in Norfolk, according to police. Around 7:35 p.m. on Sunday, Norfolk police were called to the 7-Eleven store at 3805 Collie Ave for the report of a commercial robbery. When officers arrived, they learned a man had allegedly entered the store with a knife and demanded items before leaving. A woman reportedly received a non-life-threatening laceration to the cheek during the incident, but didn't require medical treatment or attention. The guy's name was Anthony Wynn. He's 50 years old. He was arrested at 3500 block of Killam Avenue and charged with armed robbery and malicious wounding. He's now being held in a Norfolk City jail without bond.
What is with 7-Elevens, man? They're always getting robbed. Always.
Mm-hmm. Remember when I worked at one temporarily?
Yeah. Overnight.
Fucking time someone walked in that door, man, you look at their hands, you look at their face, you're like, all right, I can take this motherfucker, but if they got a weapon on you, you know? And that's something that bothers the shit out of me, too, that people that work at, like, a night shift, you would think that they would give you more than one person.
Yeah, you should.
I mean, not just for security. I mean, you would think safety. I mean, if I'm the owner of a store, and these are all franchise locations for the most part, you would think that, okay, I would want to protect not just the people working for me, but maybe the product. Because at nighttime, when I did it, you had to clean the store, you had to stock the shelves. I would have to leave the floor.
What if the shelf fell on top of you?
Yeah.
You know, like,
exactly.
Because I worked overnight at a gas station when I was 19. Mm-hmm. 19. 19-year-old female by myself in the middle of the fucking night, man. Yep. Scariest fucking job I ever fucking had.
The owner was in his bed sleeping. Like,
just by myself. Like, the door was open. People could come in. People could get gas. Like, that was a fucking nightmare. Mm-hmm. I don't know. And then I went to the grocery store. But that was a scary fucking job to have.
It's crazy, isn't it? It really fucking is, man.
It's always one person at night. I never understood that then either.
I always thought it was weird how, like, you know, you have to wait for the store to empty out, and I would wait for the store to empty out, and there would be a good, like, hour and a half of time where no one would come in, so I'm like, all right, this is when I'm going to mop the floor or whatever. Mm-hmm. The second you don't start filling that water, ding, ding, and you're like, oh, you motherfucker. And you go out there, and there's like 4 dudes, they all smell like pot, they're all laughing with each other and joking, and you're like, here we fucking go. Is this the problem I'm going to have tonight?
Ew.
You look at everybody as a problem because you don't have the luxury of having that safety net. Like, oh, there's 5 people in the store, no one's going to be that stupid. I remember one night I had someone ask me, you here by yourself? I'm like, yeah, just me and my 6 friends. They're like, what 6 friends? I'm like, oh, they're in my pocket. They go bang when I press the button. And the guy was like, oh, yeah, my man. Like, yeah, you didn't come back, did you, motherfucker? Because it was him and like one other guy. We're like, are you by yourself? All by yourself tonight? No, I'm not by myself. I got 6 friends in my pocket here, and they're going to make a loud sound when I pull the trigger. Just to fucking say it, you know, you don't really have it on you, but fucking hey, man, you gotta let motherfuckers know.
It's a job I'll never allow Sammy to have.
No. No.
That's the type of job that is. Judge Mathis threatened to shoot a city worker, all because a dump truck was blocking his driveway. At least according to a new lawsuit. How pissed would you be if a dump truck was blocking the driveway?
This was an older one. This happened a while ago, didn't it?
No, that's the other incident is mentioned in here too.
Oh my god, he had it.
But like, when they were building this house, I don't know how many times there were like cement trucks and shit, like all blocking the whole road. Mail couldn't come down the street. Like it was a fucking nightmare. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Can you imagine how much people are gonna fucking when we finally get the fuck out of this shithole? And then we're moving in. You motherfuckers that caused all the noise here, yep.
In the documents, a man named Ricardo Acosta claims he was on the job with the LA Department of Water and Power in July of 2023, working outside of Mathis's home, when he says the TV judge started swearing at him. I used to love watching his show.
I liked it too. He was one of our we don't have cable people.
I know. Mm-hmm. Sitting there watching trash TV. I used to love his show. Acosta claims Mathis was pulling out of his garage in his car, then got out of the vehicle and started cursing at him, yelling at Acosta to move the fucking truck out of the way. The city worker claims Mathis was standing behind the dump truck at this point, and he says he told Mathis to move from behind the truck for safety reasons, because he was concerned the truck would roll backward when put into gear, because it was parked on an incline. Acosta claims Mathis told him he didn't give a fuck and to run him over and see what happens to him. Now, he's a nice judge, man. I can't see him saying this stuff.
No, he was an asshole. He was a bit of an asshole, man. Come on.
If they were a dick.
No, he always tried to get his shit in. He always did. He would start shit so he can get his little Judge Mathis lines in.
He says Mathis then told him he had something for him and ran into the house and returned with a gun. In the documents, Acosta claims Mathis brandished the firearm and stated, "I will bust a cap. You want to fuck with me?" Mm-hmm. He says Mathis then got back in the car and drove off, but not before threatening again to bust a cap. That's just funny. Acosta is suing Mathis for assault and intentional infliction of emotional distress. And he's going after Mathis for damages. The lawsuit follows a story we broke in July of 2023 when law enforcement sources told a news outlet that LADWP employees made a complaint with police, accusing Mathis of threatening workers with a gun following a heated confrontation. Judge Mathis's attorney says that the complaint that was the unfiled complaint that has been conveniently publicly circulated in a last-ditch effort attempt by Mr. Acosta to extort the client. So he just wants money, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, why wait a fucking year, though? A year and a half. July of 2023. This is fucking December. Like, why you wait so long?
Immediately. Like, that's Greg Mathis. I saw him on TV. We're going to sue him
look
now.
at the motherfucking house he's in.
Exactly.
The car he's driving. Mm-mm. Look at his face. It's all over TMZ. It's all over the news. Like, I would be suing immediately. Although he didn't really do anything. He yelled at you. Like, what the fuck did he do?
Well, I guess it's true. Remember? He used to talk about how street and hood he was on the show. Man, I'm hood. I'm Judge. I'll pop a cut. Well, all right, Judge Greg Mathis.
Well, he's
all right. No, you said it back in fucking 2010 when we were watching your damn show, but
I don't know.
2025, he's going to be popping cats in motherfuckers' asses. I mean, he's going to go from the bench to the fucking jail cell soon enough, man.
Oh, Lord.
I always wondered if he was a real judge, because those TV judges...
I know, those TV judges, I don't know.
I think they're all small claims. Like, some of them are small claims. Like, Judge Judy, she ain't shit. She's not a real fly. Like, you'll never see her trying a fucking real trial.
Right.
Judge Judy's
yeah, it's all bullshit claims.
You get the blender.
Someone didn't pay their rent or something stupid. Yeah.
And she would talk down to you like a dog. Be like, bitch, I fucking broke the guy's microwave. I'll give him $30. Shut the fuck up. You know?
Yeah.
Who the fuck does she think she is? All right.
That was another one I like to watch, though.
Yeah, because your mom looked like her.
What?
Your mom looked like Judge Judy, a little mean bitch.
Oh, God.
All right, so Jay-Z's now in trouble. Remember, we were waiting for the ball to drop on that piece of shit.
I did see that.
Weird looking fucking... He's a weird looking motherfucker, man. He was always weird looking, and now he's got these fucking weird ass, like, dreadlock braid things that just make him look even stranger. He's just a weird looking fucking dude. Well, he's now being accused of raping a 13-year-old girl in a Diddy lawsuit. It says it's a blackmail attempt. This black male is getting blackmailed for some money. So this is a wild one here. There are a couple updates, but Jay-Z's been sued for drugging and raping a 13-year-old girl in a lawsuit tied to disgraced rapper Diddy. Where were the 13-year-old's parents at when this kid was getting raped at a Puff Daddy party is the question.
Some parents are just completely stupid. Don't know. I guess because they see, like, a famous person and they think their kid is going to be safe because they have security and all that. But, like, no. Like, I'm going with my kid.
Do you blame Justin Bieber's parents?
Yeah.
I mean, what if it's another famous person they're going to go hang out with? I mean, I can see if, like, Justin Bieber's going to go hang out with some dude he just met at Walmart, and you're like, wait, he's trying to take advantage of your money. But if it's someone who's even more famous and rich than you, you're like, oh, well, he's in good hands. It's just a peer, right?
No, because look at all the shit that's coming out about all these fucking
I'm saying kids. In hindsight, when you think about it.
No, like, because we've always been like fucking helicopter parents. Yeah. There's no fucking way we would have sent Sammy off with any. I don't give a fuck who the hell it is. Mm-mm. We would have been like, no, we're coming to where she's not going.
Well, that's us.
Right, that's what I'm saying. There's no way we would have, because we're too on top of where the hell she's going anyway.
We only let your sister babysit her like once.
Yeah,
and that was nerve-wracking. So anyway, in the documents obtained by TMZ, he's being named by an anonymous accuser who says the rapper and Diddy drugged and raped her back in 2000. The plaintiff who's suing is Jane Doe, says the alleged, and right there should be thrown out. You put your name on it, or you're fucking, no. You're not 13 anymore, you're, what was it, like 27, 28 years old? You can fucking talk for yourself now, you know? I mean, it's the only way you're going to make these people pay for their crimes, by putting your name on it and make it official. Otherwise, it looks like an extortion scheme, doesn't it? If you don't put your name on it, it doesn't look like you care about justice. You only care about money.
I don't know. See, that doesn't bother me as much.
It bothers the shit out of me.
That doesn't bother me. It bothers me when they don't release the person that's being accused. I guess. I don't. She was 13. She doesn't want people knowing that she was raped at 13.
But she's 28 roughly now.
Yeah, I don't know. She
was
just a kid. I don't know.
But if you stand to benefit from a lawsuit against a famous person, I'm sorry, your name should be out there. It needs to be. Otherwise, I mean, how does that look? To me, it looks like you're just trying to get money.
Yeah.
It looks like you don't even care about what happened to you. You just want money, which is fine. No, you should want justice. Like Cassie, that chick who's going after Puff Daddy, she said she doesn't want money, but who knows? Then they were working out some money arrangements, so who knows what the fuck she's really about. But the accuser originally filed a lawsuit against Diddy in October, in which he claimed the bad boy was being a bad boy. An unnamed celebrity proceeded to assault her while an unnamed female watched. I wonder who that female could be. I wonder if she was a single lady back then or not.
I need all these fucking names to come out, man. Please.
Well, Jay-Z and that unnamed female were very quiet for a while. They disappeared for months, and they sued Pierce Morgan, or they threatened to sue him when he had a guest come on, that Diamond chick. Or whatever. No, Jaguar Wright was her name. She went on there, was throwing them under the bus and saying how they were fucked up. And all her shit she was saying for years came true when this Puff Daddy allegation came out. So, who knows, man? There could be something there. Jay-Z's reps have responded to the lawsuit with a statement from the rap mogul who said he was determined to expose the accuser for the fraud that they are. He continued, my only heartbreak is for my family, my wife Beyonce, and I will have to sit her children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these clients and claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such as this shit under a young age. It's unfair to have to try to understand inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families and human spirit. Hell of a definitive statement from Jay-Z. He's going to fight it, and he should if he's innocent. He should fight it. Yeah. If he's innocent, he's saying the right things. I'm not jumping to innocent or guilty on this because I don't fucking know, and I frankly don't care. I just want to see these fucking holier-than-thou elite people who are telling you who you can and can't vote for and what to put in your body. I want to see them go down. That's all I want. I want to see people go the fuck down. What do you think about this? Do you think they're guilty, innocent, if you had to guess? Do you think they did this shit?
Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. I there's got to be proof. Mm-hmm. Like a picture of them all at a party together. Like there's got to be some fucking kind of proof. You can't just go around accusing people. Mm-hmm. Like there has to be like evidence. Like they locked Diddy up because there is some fucking evidence there.
They got him
right. So whatever this girl is accusing, who is it? Jay-Z. Like there has to be some type of proof. You can't just go like I don't know. So I'm not going to say either way on him because I have no idea.
It's a tough one. I can see it going either way.
I mean, it's a he said, she said thing unless there's fucking proof about something. So, I don't know.
I can see that going either way. I can see a world where they did it, and I can see a world where they didn't do it.
I mean, they videotape stuff, right?
Yeah.
So maybe it's on a videotape somewhere.
If they have the videotape, release it all now. Why are they waiting on it? Because they want money.
Like, if there are recordings and stuff like that, then, that would be the proof that this woman would need. So I have no idea.
It's just like, why do you have to build a case if you have the evidence? If you've got Jay-Z and Beyonce doing all sorts of weird shit and Puff Daddy, why are they even allowed to walk freely?
Why do you need a trial?
It?
It's right there on the fucking goddamn TV.
Yeah, like, look, we got the fucking shit. We've got you motherfuckers on
camera. I don't know.
But nowadays with AI, I guess you got to run it through AI filters and see if it's real or not. Who knows?
I didn't think about that.
It's a freaking nightmare, man. But I can definitely see a world where either they did it or they didn't do it, because we know people will do anything for a quick buck, especially if there's a celebrity around. People will throw all caution to the wind just to get near that person. I can see them willingly doing this and then wanting a payout years later, because we've seen it multiple times. If you keep your mouth shut for years, I'm very skeptical of someone who comes out 15, 20 years later, says it happened to them, and now wants money. I have a really hard time believing their claims. If you're really that offended and hurt by something, you fucking admit it immediately to get this person. Because who knows how many people they would have did this to since 2000 if this is in fact true.
No.
No, you basically are an accessory to the crime because you didn't come out there and fucking say something that could have prevented a lot more people getting hurt. But there you go.
Well, imagine catching a felony charge over Raising Cane's dipping sauce. Have you ever been to Raising Cane's?
Never heard of it.
Never even heard of it?
Mm-mm.
I found this article, and then I was watching the new season of Impractical Jokers that is on Max now, and they did a couple episodes there. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I've never even heard of this fucking place. Mm-hmm. I wonder if the chicken's any good. That is what investigators say transpired last Friday afternoon in Florida, where a 31-year-old woman was arrested for strong-arm robbery after she became hostile both verbally and physically after fast food workers failed to include 8 sauces in her mobile pickup order. 8 fucking sauces she needed. According to court records, Mackenzie Keeling retrieved her grub from the Raising Cane's in Clearwater, only to later discover that she was missing 8 packs of cane sauce. Keeling returned to the restaurant and spoke to a female manager who provided Keeling with the dipping sauce. However, the manager, Tatiana Herbert, declined Keeling's request that she be provided with extra sauces in return for wasting her time and gas. After her sauce bid was refused, Keeling became hostile both verbally and physically and began yelling in the eatery, disturbing staff and customers. This is what pisses me off about customers, right?
Everything. She
goes in and she complains, and the manager's like, oh, okay, and gives her all the sauce. Mm-hmm. But that's not good enough.
Never is.
She wants more. She wants extra. No, I want more. Mm-hmm. You wasted my time coming back here. I just don't understand it. Take what you... I mean, I don't get it.
Some people just don't know how to fucking take an apology. Some people don't know how to give a fucking apology.
Like, this manager was nice enough and said, oh, okay, and gave her the sauce. But no, I need more than that.
It's like, you got what you fucking wanted. I mean, first off, come to me and ask me like a fucking human being, hey, you forgot my sauce. Can I have my sauce? Oh, yes, I'm sorry, man. Here you go. Thank you. Have a nice day. And
then it should have been over.
And you fucking leave.
Yeah.
Some of these fucking brain-dead fucking cunts can only think 15 seconds into the future, and they have nothing beyond that. They only want now. They have to react. Not a fucking rational bone in their body. They have to react. And how do I know it? Because when I get like this, I can go from 0 to 100 real quick. But it's only a very short time frame, a few months out of the year, where it's just really bad. Some of these people fucking live that shit their entire fucking lives. And I don't know how the hell you can just live your life like that. I don't get it.
Well, during her alleged tirade, Keeling shot out her right hand and with force and struck Herbert in the leg. She then allegedly tried to tear off the victim's keys and Cane's ID from a lanyard attached to Herbert's belt. The victim was in fear, cops reported, adding that the sauce altercation was witnessed by 2 Raising Cane's employees and captured on CCTV footage. How stupid. You are getting arrested for a fucking dipping sauce.
They don't have mental capacity to think fucking 20 seconds into the future. 15 is all they have. That's all they fucking have.
Keeling was arrested and booked into the county jail, from which she was released Saturday on a $2,500 bond. Her lawyer has entered a not guilty plea on her behalf. And that's another thing that aggravates me.
Idiots.
It's caught on camera. But then they are able to say not guilty.
Yep.
How are you not... bitch, I see you on the
I think they hit you with a much higher charge. It sounds a lot worse. You say not guilty, you plead to something lesser and get the
is that what it is?
I think that's what it is, yeah.
You can plead to something less? Okay. I just find that so dumb.
Yeah, it's like, I guess if like you get sentenced to murder for a hate crime, you say, well, no, not guilty. All right, fine, murder. Okay, fine. Okay, no, maybe not. Well, manslaughter. How about that? It's like you're fucking coming to terms with someone, negotiating with the criminal. It's like, no, you know how the whole saying, or the old saying goes, we don't negotiate with terrorists. You don't fucking negotiate with a criminal. Like, no, motherfucker, you did it. You're just getting what the fuck we give you. Shut the fuck up. Maybe you shouldn't have did it then if you don't like this.
See, that's the way it should be.
That's the way it should be.
That's the way it should be.
And I'm telling you, man.
And I got you on camera. You did it. There's no argument. We don't need a trial. We're just freaking gone.
And when I say these fucking idiots, these fucking stupid fucking people
I have no
can't
patience.
think 15 seconds in the future, I'm talking about liberals, man. Just liberals. They just don't think. They can't think for themselves. They've only got a few seconds of time ahead in the future. They don't think about the future. That's why they all live in their fucking parents' basements, because they don't have long-term planning. They go into a place we got wrong. They see every injustice that they feel like they faced their entire life in that one person, in that one moment, and let it all out. And all it took was some fucking sauce to turn that person from a human being,
dipping sauce,
into a fucking piece of shit, now a criminal.
So
I got
dumb.
one more here for you. Shoplifter arrested at Walmart. Shop at the cop event.
Oh, Jesus.
We've gone to Walmart a few times, and what they do is they have buses full of kids and cop cars all over the place.
Yeah, I like that. I love that they do that. Yeah.
You see them in there, and we've shopped during those events, and you see the cops pushing a cart with little kids with them, and it's great.
Yeah.
Great community builder. What I'm trying to say here is there's a lot of attention on these Walmarts that show that cops are swarming the area. Mm-hmm. They're in uniform. Police in Virginia have been stunned after a suspected shoplifter decided to steal during the Shop with a Cop event at a local Walmart. While this is going on, someone is shoplifting people. Remember how I said 15 seconds is all they got in the future? They don't think.
Yeah.
Chesterfield County police officers and sheriff's deputies were at the annual holiday event at Walmart where they helped children pick out gifts. Moments later, officers and deputies had to put aside their Christmas cheer to solve a crime. A member of the staff of Walmart came up to us and informed us they had a shoplifting in progress, according to James Lamb. He told us to CBS 6. Between the sheriff's department and police officers, we had about 50 uniformed personnel at the store. Law enforcement then spread out to quickly look for the suspect. As we approached from different directions, he tried to escape out the back of the store where he was apprehended. I think he was stunned, according to the officer.
The thing is, at least down here, I don't know anywhere else, but down, because when we've seen it here at our Walmart, there are like 50 fucking cop cars. They're not in their own car. Mm-hmm. They're parked all along the very front of the store, 50 fucking cop cars, and you see them plain as day in their uniform walking around the store. It's not a secret. You see them. Yeah. They're not in plain clothes. They're not in their own car. Like, you walk into the store, you're like, what the fuck is going on? And then you see all the kids and you understand. You fucking dumbass. Like, how the hell do you think you're going to get it? Maybe the cops are too busy shopping for toys that they're not going to...
Maybe. Oh, they're with kids. They're not going to arrest me in front of kids.
Yeah, they're too busy to arrest me stealing a pair of socks.
The first time we saw this event, I remember we thought something was going down. We're like, ooh, gossip, let's go in. Yeah. And we thought there was like a shootout going on. It was just a bunch of kids getting presents. So the suspect was caught and later identified as 32-year-old Hector D. Velasquez Maldonado.
Damn.
Who has the longest fucking name in the world. So this guy, he had warrants out for his arrest. He had about $1,400 worth of items from the store. He faces a charge of grand larceny and being a fucking idiot. I'm telling you, man, these people, I'm telling you, they just don't think.
Yeah.
Guess they're a bunch of assholes.
There you go.
And I've been waiting for this one too. Today, this is my favorite segment of the show. It's been a long ass day. My brain is just racing 50,000 miles an hour. I can't stop with the scenarios and crazy shit going on in my head. I just want to chill the fuck out. And that's what I'm looking forward to today. Hanging out. Why do you like it so much?
It's the last one, and I can hear that Home Alone is playing in the living room.
Home Alone is on. I think I might want to watch that too. Am I the asshole for telling my roommate I'll be charging him for future help on his computer due to his learned incompetence? Sounds like a fucking true tech person there. And stupid ass words. Learned incompetence. Fuck, he's not being an asshole.
Yeah.
For context, my roommate is 31 and we are generally good friends. We went to college together and love to watch TV shows, play card games, and hang out in our spare time. I'm a 27-year-old female and I'm pretty good with technology. Nothing crazy, but comfortable enough to do some pretty neat stuff with it. My boyfriend's also pretty sharp with computers, arguably more than me in many cases, and has a job in IT. So wait, her roommate's a 31-year-old male and her boyfriend's a 33-year-old male. I think that's a little
Girls
strange.
can have guy friends. I don't understand why
roommates. I'm talking about roommates.
Right.
Why isn't she living with her boyfriend? Why is she living with this guy?
Well, she was probably living with the roommate before she even met the boyfriend. And so that's the situation that it is. Maybe the boyfriend doesn't have his own place.
That's a little weird. I'm trying to figure out how that... I couldn't do it.
Couldn't date a girl that had a male roommate?
A male roommate, yeah. Because, like, I'm dropping her off at home. Some dude answers the fucking door, shirtless, watching TV. Hey, what's up, Jen? Come on in. See you later, nerd. What the I'm not fucking leaving you here. What the fuck is going on here? I was just finger banging her in a car, and I got her all worked up, and she's leaving. What the... You know, isn't that just weird? You don't think that's weird?
I don't know.
I think it's weird.
If they're friends first, that's. I mean,
all right, but
you're coming in, and we've been friends for 20 years.
I don't know. The roommate thing's a little strange, but I don't know. We love to play video games together due to this, and recently when he came over with his laptop, he logged into one of his favorite nostalgic MMOs. I'm sure it's Warcraft. Which I did quit playing, by the way. My roommate wants to be included in our video game fun, but is also terrible with technology to an inexcusable level. To make matters worse, despite knowing how to Google things or use trial and error, every time he runs into something, he'll just say he doesn't know what to do and sit there waiting for someone to fix it for him. Drives me nuts. In the past, I felt like his nanny, constantly running into his room to help do the most basic stuff as if he's a baby or something. I tried yelling at him to follow a tutorial or Google it, and he'll whine and just doesn't get it. I've gotten fed up no matter how many times I show him how to do something. The minute he comes across it again, he just sits there and waits for someone else to fix it. Somehow that person always ends up being me, and I've started to get harsher in telling him he can either Google it or just fuck off because I'm not helping. I'm tired of it. Doesn't even try to figure things out on his own. Whenever I talk about how frustrating it is, he tells me he never had a computer growing up and simply never got good at using them. But that's ridiculous, as he's only 31 years old and should know this by now. Finally told him recently he has 3 options when we're playing video games. Don't join and Google stuff and stop being a chore for others to deal with because he's lazy, or pay $10 per occupancy of incompetence and asking for help when he gets tired of wasting money and figure it out himself. Now maybe I'm the asshole, but it seems that as long as he thinks he can just rely on others to do things, he'll never learn to do it himself, and I think it's a good way to make his behavior worth my time. Am I the asshole?
You sound like a fucking asshole, man.
Yeah, she is.
This is supposed to be your friend.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And, like, really, how pathetic is he? Like, she's not saying give an example of what he's struggling with.
Yeah.
Maybe it's easy to you. I know absolutely fucking nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. And there are times where I ask you, I'm like, what the fuck does this mean? You know? And I don't... Stop being a bitch. She sounds like an asshole. Now you're going to charge him? Just help him out.
I'll give her some sort of defense here and say that it's annoying if you have to show someone the same thing multiple times because I hate repeating myself and I hate showing
You know what I
the same
do
thing.
for Jenna? I write the shit down.
And she does it.
I write it down. It's on a Post-it or a piece of paper in her notebook, and it's right there next to the fucking computer. There, and guess what? When something happens, she reads it and she's like, okay, and she knows what to do. Yeah. And then boom, she's learned.
Well, she's very independent too.
She doesn't like help.
Yeah, she hates it.
So it's easy if I just put it on a piece of paper and then she's like, okay, I'll do it myself. It just sounds to me that this person is just, she's aggravated and I don't know. Just, you're being an asshole. That's what you're being.
The person is an asshole who's asking for help too, because I mean, you have to retain some information. Yeah, well,
she's making it sound like this guy is like a pathetic piece of shit in life.
Really running him down.
And I thought this was your friend. So, that's why I'm struggling with that. I don't what does he need help with?
Well, that's why I'm gonna call her an asshole, because she really put this guy down, and maybe he genuinely does need help with this.
I don't.
Even though I do hate his excuses. I never had a computer growing up. I never got good with them. I mean, dude.
You know how many times I've had to go to my dad's house and fix their goddamn Apple products and set it up because for the millionth upgrade, they still don't know how to do it. But I've never once gone over there and fucking charged them.
But I mean, think of it this way.
And that's a pain in my ass.
Yeah. Well, let me put things in perspective for you here. Now, computers have been around for fucking decades and decades, right? Your dad is how old? 72? He was younger than me now when computers came out. Much younger than me now when computers came out. If something brand new came out now, I would get it if I wanted it, and I would learn how to use the fucking thing. And I wouldn't ask someone to help me all the time. I mean, I'm capable of learning it. Are you telling me I'm just much smarter than someone else? Or are you telling me this lady's much smarter than him? I don't think so. I just think this guy's fucking lazy.
I think he's lazy, but I think she's an asshole.
Yeah, both are true. Absolutely.
She's wording things asshole-ish. Like, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, he sound from what she's saying, he sounds like a pathetic fucking loser.
Yeah.
But I don't know if she's exaggerating or not, and she's just coming off as a complete asshole. So well, I don't know. Yeah, that's what she is.
She didn't say he didn't pay his rent on time, so he's not an asshole there.
Yeah, I don't know. He's just a pathetic loser, I guess, that can't do anything for himself.
Obviously, her boyfriend's a pathetic loser. She can't live with him.
I don't know.
Asshole, nice and easy one. What do you got planned for the next couple of days? Besides nothing. No show.
I'll probably keep watching Friends because I've been laughing my ass off again. And then, yeah, I don't know. Yellowstone, I'll watch Yellowstone. We both tried to watch it today, but it wasn't working on the website, so it'll probably work tomorrow because they usually go and fix it.
I'm watching it tonight. I'm finding the other website that I used, the one that didn't have the voiceover for the Superman thing. I'm watching on there.
Okay. Well,
I'll send it to you. Yeah,
send it to me if it works, because I tried 2 different websites and it was not working. Other than that, I have no idea.
Sweet Pea? It's only 6 episodes. They're short. Watch it. It's a good show. At least you have something to review on Friday when we do the asshole show. What time and where?
6 o'clock Eastern on Podbean. Mm-hmm. What are you doing? Anything? No?
I've been thinking long and hard, and I take my New Year's resolutions extremely serious. Every year I take them seriously. I put them down. Well, I mean, for the past how many years now, I've been doing it on the show, and every year I complete what I want to do. Next year, I'm
I know, but what did you have? What was your resolution this year? I don't even know what it was.
To try to be better overall. And like it took a while, but I feel like I finally fucking got there somewhat towards the end of the year. I feel like I'm starting to get there, but then the depression kicks in and I'm right back to square fucking one. So, I mean, I can't kick the chemical imbalance in my brain, but I can also try to figure out maybe next year I'm going to try to work on it some more. Remove things that make me unhappy. Make myself happy. Find hobbies. Find things to do. Get the fucking ship righted. You know what I mean? I'm sick of being bored all the time. We were playing DC Universe the other day, and I'm like, this game fucking sucks. I hate this game. Why the fuck am I turning this shit on? There's nothing to do anymore. Tried Warcraft again. That didn't do it for me. I just got to find out what I enjoy doing. Learn myself again. Make myself happy. I think that's what next year is going to be all about. Try to find out what the hell I like. Just experiment. Find interest, you know? Go fishing or something. I don't fucking know. I got to figure it out and remove negative things and introduce positive things and try to be a happier person. I think that's what it's going to be. I haven't signed it yet, like I'm fucking making a contract here, but it's something I do take seriously. So I'm going to be working on that and figuring out what I'm going to do next year. And I'm going to try Landman again, maybe Lioness. I'll try those 2 again. And I'm going to watch Southland tonight. I'm going to get that one out the way and hang out.
All right. You can find us at Voice of Misery on all platforms and voicesofmiserypodcast@gmail.com.